Hi again, everybody. In this video, I'll be going over how to add orders and use the pricing calculator in CakeBoss Cloud. So to start a new order, hover over the Orders tab and select Add Order. Select the customer you'll be creating the order for. If this customer is not yet entered, you can select New Customer and add that customer at this time. So I'm going to select the customer and click Create New. On the order screen, you'll see that the customer name is the customer we selected on the previous step. The order number is automatically advanced one digit from your last order, but you can manually change it to anything. Your order date and delivery date are automatically set to today's date and time. Just use the calendar and the clock pickers to change these if you desire. Click on the calendar icon to pick a new date, and click on the clock icon to pick a new time. Next, select your order status. If this order is a quote, in other words, you're just giving someone a price, but it's not a real order yet, choose Quote as the status. This ensures that the quote will not show in your financial reports, but it will go on your calendar so you don't forget it. Also, your invoices that you generate with the quote status will say quote instead of invoice. So I'm going to leave this as a new order. Select your order type. If your order category is not listed, you could add a new category at this time. Now, on the right side of the screen, we see a lot of financial data about the order, but it's not filled in yet. At this time, we're going to leave that side of the screen alone and use the pricing calculator to add items to our order. And also, before I continued, I just wanted to draw your attention to the button for Fixed Price Item. As I promised in the recipe video, I will go over the fixed price items in a separate video, but for now, we're going to pretend like that doesn't exist. The way to add line items to an order and use the pricing calculator is by clicking the Add Line button. This is one of the most important features on this page. When you click the Add Line button, you see that a box called Item Contents pops up. This is where you add your item description, your recipes, and your materials to your order. There are two basic ways to use this feature. One is if you are selling them as a whole, and one is if you are selling them by the serving, and I'll go over both ways. First, we'll add an item that's being sold as one whole item. The description is where you put all the details of this order, the size, the shape, design, flavors. There's no set format for this, just enter it as you're comfortable with it. Since we're selling this as one whole cake, leave the number of servings at 1, and then estimate the number of hours this order will take to complete. Remember that your hourly rate is set on the My Bakery screen. Enter an amount for overhead. Overhead is for intangible costs, like utilities, dish soap, toothpicks, and paper towels. Now for the fun part. Let's flip over to the Recipes tab and add all the recipes we'll need for this order. Just open the drop-down menu and select the recipe you need and then click Add. And now when I clicked Add, you can see that chocolate buttercream is now added. I will add chocolate cake. Now, if necessary, once you've added the item, you can change the quantity by just clicking in the quantity field. And now we'll flip over to the Materials tab and add the materials we need for the order. Just select the material and then click Add. When I'm done, I like to flip back to the Order Information tab. And so I'm on this tab. When I click Calculate Costs, CakeBoss calculates the cost for your recipe costs, material costs, your total out-of-pocket, and a calculated price for the order. This is the price that CakeBoss suggests you charge in order to be paid your wage for the 3 hours you estimated. You can change the price manually if needed. When you click Save, that window will close and you'll be back on your main order screen. And you'll see the description you entered, the number of servings, your cost, and the price I just manually entered. Now I'll enter a line item for something where I would charge by the serving, like a wedding cake. I'll click Add Line to open the pricing calculator window. Again, I'll enter a description for the cake. Then the number of servings I'm charging my customer for, and my estimated hours of labor. Then over to the Recipes tab, and I will add all the recipes I need. I will add my buttercream and then change the quantity. I'll add my white cake recipe, and again I will change the quantity. And add my filling recipe. And then flip over to the Materials tab where I can add all my supplies. When I'm done with my recipes and materials, I flip back over to Order Information and click Calculate Costs. Now you can see that CakeBoss has calculated my recipe costs, material costs, total out-of-pocket costs, and a suggested total price and a price per serving. Again, because in the real world people tend to charge in round numbers per serving, you can manually change your price per serving to anything you wish. Change that to $3 per serving. Clicking Save, I go back to the main order, and I can see all the information I've just entered and calculated with the servings, cost per serving, the price per serving I just entered, and the total price. After you've entered all your recipes into the pricing calculator, you can take advantage of the shopping list feature, which generates a shopping list of all the ingredients and materials needed for this order. Along with the shopping list, you can also print out a worksheet for this order, which is like an order summary, and this is also where you would generate the invoice for this order. In the next video, we'll go over the right-hand financial column here, recording payments and adding photos, so be sure to check out the video called Order Screen Part 2.